Sometimes I think, if an outside force or aliens did decide to come and try and take over the world, could we do anything to stop them? I don't know the answer to that, but I'd be a lot more scared if I was in the Gintama universe. If our salvation was in the hands of Gintoki and Shinpachi the Pimple, I'd rather just not know at all. But now not only are we facing an entire armada of Elizabeths, but also some Gundam mechs. Shall we see what Gintama tries to do with it? I have many reservations for what is actually going to happen in Gintama. Mainly because there's going to be references to, I'm guessing, things that happened within Gundam. And my knowledge is rather limited, even compared to other things I know nothing about. And compared to most of the stories that we've seen so far, I don't think any of them really match the tone of the opening. And also, if the Elizabeth mercenary group was so elusive that they can hide themselves, why would they put their face motif on everything? A little recap of everything so far. Sometimes I'd like it if a recap threw in something that wasn't actually shown in the episode at all, just to throw you off, as though you've missed something. That sounds like something Gintama would do. Huh? Yep. There's telling him to be quiet, and then there's choking him out. Wow, specifically for Earth, we are so lucky. You should be used to this now, Shinpachi. How do they power these suits? Would they really sue themselves? Actually, if you're Activision or something, yes. He must have done some great work. You're talking down your general. That's exactly how it works. But he doesn't have his glasses. That's 87% of Shinpachi's personality. He's taken on the role quite quickly, but also he's not talking with signs. Which free. Possibly. Hang on, that was a One Piece reference. I know they were just promoted, but thank Christ there was a bag there. There, it didn't take them long to really take on board the new life that they are living. Yeah, I see quite a few references now. And does that mean the sign is written on both sides? They seem to be really kind of underestimating the level of danger that they're in. It's about right. If they manage to cause some sort of mutiny over ruining the underlings' productivity. Yep. Uno. Well, maybe Uno is just a universal game. Draw 8. Wow. Heartfelt moment where they potentially maybe not regret destroying the Earth or trying to, but letting him win a few games. That's what's being questioned here. There's. I thought it was if you open your mouth again. And they went through quite a few different fun little excursions. Seems seems you've taught them well, Zura. Not the most dignified exit. Where did that monitor come from? Damn. Even Uno can't hold them now. And what did you do? Ah, we played card games. Yep, technically, yep. Using half of a draw for. Does that count? The fact that he could look so, like, crestfallen and shadowed. Wasn't his face just there? Not quite in the same hurry that everyone else is. They have something else they need to do right now. It's strange how we can almost take this seriously and get emotionally attached while they're all dressed up like that. And a callback to when they were all on the front lines together. Yeah, they're somewhat main characters. You would need to be worried about them. Maybe Sakamoto. Did she? Well, like they would have the information to that. You managed to disable one of them. Oh no. Self-destruct? I'm not sure I'd want to pilot them if it came with this music. To think they made this entire, like, runway dock bit, we've only seen it once. Sure, you put down a visor there, but the bottom of the suit is still completely open. Well then. It's an easy way of disabling them. You've been infiltrated. Delay the attack until you find the intruders. Are they just, like, syllables on signs? Various running, shouting noises. What now? Which leg did they blow off? Actually using signs now. So the insides of those costumes were empty? I feel like you could have gotten through there without exposing yourselves. Just using your usual case of... well, kind of like Uno. They are kind of imposing. Wait, was there a Terminator? It's amusing seeing them fight this and they're all having like... I feel like he's lost his edge slightly. But we have to accept his business card properly, read it over. Okay. If he didn't have a way with words, I'm sure he wouldn't be still alive out here. I mean, the fact that they are sitting down and having a conversation with him while Gintoki is running wild. I mean, they did try to sell the Earth earlier. She doesn't have the merchant's mind. Especially considering they blow up on launch now. And... are you now trying to sell Gintoki? I feel like there'd be a big market for it, let's be honest. I feel like the market value of him is dropping ever so slightly. And having that backdrop of Gintoki taking out one of the dragons. There's no need to fight, or no need to lose any more forces. At least he's distracting them long enough. Who's that guy? So, along with keeping tabs on the security on board their planet, you're also watching a few shows. a... The Earth is smiling? Have they somehow found a way to... reverse engineer the conversion rain? Or maybe it's just the human spirit overpowering everything. And who was the bright spark behind that one? Please don't use my planet to write messages. I feel he might soon be demoted, though. Can they actually see the signs he's writing? Taking out the command bridge, possibly himself in the process. A fitting end. But that is definitely not the last we've seen of this story. Things are definitely looking brighter than they did earlier on. But much to usual Gintama trickery, just a lot of subversion, really. How many of our armies would just kind of stand down to play Uno? If the answer isn't around 98% of them, I'd be disappointed. Uno's great. And while all of this is going on, what about... No, can't remember his name. But the guy with the bandage eye wrapping. Is he not wanting to protect his home planet? Or at least take it over for himself? Probably not. Probably not. But are you telling me that in a world where the Amanto have already taken over the Earth, effectively, they haven't put in countermeasures to another type of invasion? You'd think that's kind of like high up on their priorities, knowing that's exactly how they did it. But without the face-shifting rain. I feel like in Gintama, the Earth is much like a pair of second-hand bike shorts. You're sure you can now own it, but do you really want them? There probably is actually several people that would. Let's not go down that route. And if making a big flashy gesture is what you wanted, I'm yeah, writing a big sentence and basically a love letter to your friend using a planet. Can't really think of too many others that kind of grab attention like that. But we do have to remember that they can't just destroy this space station because, well, they have quite a few members of their crew locked away in prison. They need to be rescued first. Unless they just find hiring new ones. And now that it seems that Elizabeth has made quite an impact on the bridge, I think Dark Vader is not going to be easily taken down like that, so Gintoki still has a little bit of work cut out for him. And if it is as we saw previously, and they have these light-based swords, I'm not sure Gintoki's wooden one is really going to cut it. But thankfully, this silly storyline has carried on long enough that we're actually getting at least one more. So let's round off the week with more of Elizabeth, more invasion, more Gintama. But if you enjoyed this one, let me know. Down below, comment or like. And if you want to make sure not to miss out, maybe even subscribe. But we can't stop just yet. So get yourself some rest. And then I'll see you in the next one. If you want to waste your day away playing Uno, well, you're in good company and I have no real intention to stop you. But I still need to give my thanks to Sal, Raywin, Electrican, Darthia, Noku, Shiwan, Mecha, Jennifer Rojas, Stinsfire, Big Boy, Match, Rasmus Poulsen, Girly, Dynamite927, ASD, Dark Shadow 7899 and everyone else. Because they managed to put down the cards long enough to watch some anime and, well, help support me.